I used to think my boyfriend was the most beautiful man I had ever seen. Now I flinch when he touches me. 7 years together, 29 and 28. We're still young. That's what makes this so hard to say out loud. When we met, he was magnetic, gorgeous, the kind of person who walked into a room and every head turned. I fell hard, fast, completely. He gave me butterflies every single time he looked at me. I still love him. I want to spend my life with him. But something in me has started to recoil every time he gets close, and I don't know how to make it stop. I know how that sounds. I know exactly how shallow it sounds. I wish I didn't feel this way. I can't seem to change it either. It started small. His room, his car, both turned into something closer to a landfill than a living space. Cans on the floor, trash pressed into every seat. Every hotel room we stayed in looked destroyed within a single day. I sat with my legs folded up in his car just to avoid the mess on the floor. I told myself it was just clutter, something we could fix together. Then it got harder to explain away. His stomach started to grow. Not soft, not the normal weight gain that happens with age, swollen, distended. He's thin everywhere else, so it looks wrong on him, almost unnatural, like nothing I had ever seen on someone his age. At festivals, he'd take his shirt off, and I'd watch strangers stare. I begged him to stop drinking every single day. He wouldn't. Every conversation about it ended the exact same way, with nothing changing at all. His hair started thinning too. I told myself that one wasn't his fault. Genetics happen to everyone, and I never once judged him for losing it. But he let it grow long and unwashed instead of just accepting it and shaving it down. Stubble crept up his cheeks in patches he never bothered to clean up. I gently asked, more than once, if he'd consider just keeping it short. I like it this way, he'd say, and that would be the end of the conversation. I kept waiting for an explanation. Depression. Some kind of struggle I didn't know about. Something that would make the pieces fit together and give me a reason to feel less cruel for how I was starting to feel. There wasn't one. He is happy. Genuinely, completely happy. No struggle behind it. No hidden reason. He's just stopped trying, and I couldn't understand why. And I couldn't stop the disgust creeping into a body I used to want so badly. I posted about it online, looking for advice on how to bring it up gently. I expected people to tell me I was being cruel. Some did, but then something else happened. Person after person started asking the same question. Not about the mess, not about the drinking, at least not directly. About his stomach. They weren't talking about weight gain anymore. They were talking about something called ascites, fluid buildup, a swelling that happens when the liver starts failing, caused by years of heavy drinking. The kind of swelling that looks exactly like what I had been describing as a beer belly for months. I read the word cirrhosis for the first time that night, and my stomach dropped straight through the floor. Suddenly the mess didn't matter. The hair didn't matter. None of it mattered, next to the possibility that his body had been quietly breaking down in front of me, and I had spent months feeling repulsed by what might actually be a warning sign. I sat with that for a long time. Then I had to sit with something worse. I've been conflict avoidant my whole life. I grew up watching violence in my own home, and somewhere along the way I decided that staying quiet was safer than speaking up. For 7 years, I never once pushed him. Never set a real boundary. Never said, this affects me too, and I need it to stop. My silence didn't protect either of us. It just taught him that none of it needed to change. I still love him. He's still my best friend, in every way that matters outside of this. But love isn't the same as staying silent while someone quietly falls apart in front of you. He needs to see a doctor. That conversation is happening whether it's comfortable or not. No more gentle hints. No more staying quiet to keep the peace. And if nothing changes after that, I already know what I have to do.